What's up guys, today's video is on the top 5 best tomato knife. Through extensive research and testing, I've put together a list of options that will meet the needs of different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or its particular use, we've got you covered. For more information on the products, I've included links in the description box down below, which are updated for the best prices. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. Starting at number 5, we have the Rada Cutlery Tomato Slicing Knife. Rada Cutlery's tomato slicing knife is extremely popular, and we can see why. With an extremely sharp, aggressively serrated 5 inches high-carbon stainless steel. This is a sharp knife, which will hold its sharpness for a long time. Rada has done an amazing job making this knife fit any budget. They've even carefully crafted the handle for folks who prefer washing their cutlery in the dishwasher. I don't recommend this in general, usually it dulls your knives faster. I really like the blade length at 5 inches, which means you can cut most any tomato, even some of the larger heirlooms. Some users found it a bit flimsy though, possibly owing to the thin blade. If I could choose, I'd also like to see a forked tip, which makes it easier to pick up sliced fruit. The Rada is an excellent budget option, and it even sports a lifetime warranty. Because of the reasonable pricing and the excellent performance, I heartily recommend this knife to anyone who has the occasional need for a great tomato knife. Moving on at number 4, we have the Wüsthof WU4136 Classic IKON Tomato Knife. For those who want one of the best tomato knives money can buy, meet the Wüsthof 4136. Sporting a 5 inches high-carbon stainless steel blade with Rockwell 58 hardness, this knife is extremely sharp, and you won't need to sharpen it for a long time. Befitting its premium quality, it uses a premium synthetic handle and has a forked tip. I love a forked tip since it makes it easier to pick up thinly sliced tomatoes, or really any other fruit, after cutting. It's extremely well built and perfectly balanced, making it easy to handle for chefs of any experience. Users love how sharp it is out of the box and recommend it for anything from tomatoes to grapefruit. On tomatoes, it's a dream, making thin slices, without crushing. Simple. The only reason this isn't the top choice is because of the price. However, if you can justify the premium Wüsthof, perhaps you are making multiple salads a week, I highly suggest you look at the Wüsthof 4136. At number 3, we have the Messermeister ProTouch 6-inch cheese and tomato knife. The Messermeister ProTouch 6-inch cheese and tomato knife is about as good a knife you can find in a hybrid. I don't personally like hybrid knives, and I think cheese knives are something you can get in a set, but the ProTouch walks the line about as well as you can. Taller than a typical tomato knife, it avoids sticking to sliced fruit and tomatoes and cheese with cutouts in the blade. It also features a 6-inch long blade. I really like a longer blade on a tomato knife for cutting large heirloom tomatoes. It also features an offset design. This makes it easy to cut taller fruits, vegetables, and even breads. However, it's still a hybrid. Some found the serrated blade too aggressive, to the point it would tear tomatoes when cutting. One user didn't like the design of the blade, flat on one side and angled on the other. This can make it prone to wander when cutting. I'm not a fan of hybrid knives in this category. They seem to sacrifice too much for only decent performance in multiple areas. If you want a hybrid cheese and tomato cutter though, in my opinion, this is your best option. At number 2, we have the Pure Komachi 2 Series Tomato/Cheese Knife. Pure Komachi's 2 Series Tomato/Cheese Knife is the wild card in our roundup, a knife which is designed for both fleshy fruit, such as tomatoes, plus harder foods like cheese. I really like that the Pure Komachi comes with a forked tip. This helps you pick up tomatoes, and yes, cheese, after you cut. The handle and design is easy to hold, but since it's a hybrid, it's much taller than other knife options here. This means soft fruits and tomatoes are more likely to stick to the blade and tear when doing delicate cutting operations. However, users found that the mystery blade coating does a decent job on releasing food after cutting. The knife is a very good price, but some users found that it felt cheap and others too light. Some found that it dulled relatively quickly and needed lots of sharpening. All in all, users enjoyed the Pure Komachi as a general-purpose knife, but not necessarily for cutting tomatoes. The bottom line? I'd suggest you pick something else for tomato cutting. And finally, at number 1, we have the Messermeister 4.5-inch serrated tomato knife. Messermeister's serrated tomato knife is a good budget choice in a tomato knife. Very conveniently, it comes with a plastic sheath and a hanger hole, which makes it safer to travel with and store. The knife comes with a 4.5 stainless steel serrated blade. Unlike more expensive options and Messermeister's hybrid option above, this basic tomato knife doesn't have a forked tip, choosing instead to go with a curved blade and rounded tip. Forked tips are more convenient because they help you pick up diced or sliced tomatoes after cutting. Users really love the included sheath and the sharpness of this budget option. The sheath makes it safer to throw into a bag for a day trip or picnic. Some users found the blade a bit thin and even bent it. But all in all, it's an excellent budget option, sharp enough to handle tomato cutting duties. And as I said above, it's great for cutting other fruits too. Thanks for watching, and that's all for now. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till next time.